Hey there, Junior Lancer readers. Mrs. Centel here with another book unboxing. And I have a Follett box today to unbox with you. And of course, I didn't start our tape removal process here, so we'll see if I can do this. Normally I push in the sides, but this is a really full box. There's lots and lots of books in here, which is super exciting. Let's see. There we go. All right. Let's see what we've got. We have from Laura Ruby, the book York, and this is book 3 of the Map of Stars series. And it says here, it was only a few days ago that Theo Biederman, and Jamie Cruz, along with a mysterious figure from the past, managed to survive an assault on the location of the latest clue in the Morning Star cipher, and in the process made a shocking discovery about their own connection to this 160-year-old enigma. Now the friends are divided. Tess and Theo have no idea what the photo they found in Greenwood Cemetery means, but Jamie is convinced that they do. As the city continues to break around them, suddenly solving the greatest mystery of the modern world seems less important than saving their own friendship. The stakes of completing the cipher, however, have never been higher. Darnell Slant, the new owner of the Morning Star buildings, knows that they hold one last prize, a device that even the Morning Stars themselves never revealed. The world has rested on a precarious balance of power for generations. Now Slant and his shadowy business partners aim to unbalance it. It's up to Tess, Theo, and Jamie to uncover the Morning Star's final secret in a desperate attempt to set things right. The world, theirs and possibly others, depends on it. So this one it's part of the York saga. So we also have the York, the Shadow Cipher, and the York, the Clockwork Ghost. And it is a dystopian novel. So the York is New York, right? It's a dystopian novel, but also has elements of mystery in it. We also have Count on Me by Varsha Bajaj. And it says this is an important and necessary story, according to Aisha Saeed, who wrote Amal Unbound. Look at that. That is a cool cover. Karina knows hate crimes happen everywhere, but she never imagined she'd face one herself. Karina isn't friends with Chris, the kid next door. Why would she want to be when the guys he hangs out with act like a pack of rude laughing hyenas? But when her grandfather starts tutoring him and the three of them begin spending time together, she's happy to discover that Chris is not at all like she expected him to be. Then something unthinkable happens. A stranger assaults them, targeting and badly injuring her Indian American grandfather. Karina and Chris are devastated, but vow not to let hate win. And when Karina's moving social media posts about the attack go viral and the press descends, she and Chris have to decide how they will use their newfound fame. It's intimidating to speak out, but how can they not? Sounds like a really good story. That one would be realistic fiction. We also have Summer in the City, a Mango Delight story by Fracascawell Hyman. And another awesome looking cover. It's summer break, and Mango Delight Fuller is content to spend time watching her baby brother, hanging with her friend Izzy, and binging movies late into the night. Then her drama teacher surprises her with some news. Their middle school play, Yo, Romeo, is headed to the stage in New York City, and he wants Mango for the lead role. The Fuller household discusses, makes some decisions, sets some rules, and soon Mango is off to Brooklyn to live with her aunt Zendaya, in a teeny tiny apartment and prepare for her professional debut. It's the opportunity of a lifetime, but it's not all stage lights and glamour. Dealing with friend drama, gossipy new castmates, and brushes with her favorite celebrities, Mango will have to figure out how to step outside her comfort zone, embrace her new life on stage, and stay true to herself. So another realistic fiction story, and if you're into drama club and plays, that's an awesome one. Ooh, this one looks good. The Brave by James Bird. Look at that. I love all these covers. Look at that artwork. It says, the lyrical tale will leave your hopes buoyed, your courage bolstered, and your heart on the lookout for magic. Colin can't help himself. He has a unique condition that leads him to count every letter spoken to him. It's a quirk that makes him a prime target for bullies and continual frustration to the adults around him, including his father. When Colin is asked to leave yet another school, his dad decides to send him to live in Minnesota with the mother he's never met. She is Ojibwe and lives on a reservation. Colin arrives in Duluth with his loyal dog, Seven, and quickly finds his mom and his new home to be warm, welcoming, and accepting of his condition. Colin's quirk is matched by that of his neighbor, Orenda, a girl who lives mostly in her treehouse and believes she is turning into a butterfly. With Orenda's help, Colin works hard to overcome his challenges. His real tests come when he must step up for his new friend and trust his family. Pretty cool. On the back it says, I can't believe my dad tracked down my mother just to hand me off. It's like I'm a hot potato. No one keeps me for too long. I wonder how he will ask her to take me. I wonder how he asked her to take me. Did he beg? I bet she regrets answering the phone. Did he even tell her about my counting problem? And on the back, I don't know if you can make it out there, but there's all numbers in the sky. So another realistic fiction. And we have Sarah and the Search for Normal by Wesley King. When I got home, I read my list of normal rules before bed, whispering like usual so my parents wouldn't hear. But it felt a little different today. I had plans for the weekend. Me, Sarah. My stomach did a little flop, but then I realized something. I jumped out of bed, turned the lights on, and grabbed my list. Flipping to the second page, I took out a pen and grinned. And number 19 on her list, which she crosses out, is Make a Friend. And this is the prequel to O.C. Daniel, which is a book we also have and a winner of the Edgar Award. It says Sarah's rules to be normal. Number 1, stop taking your pills. Number 19, make a friend. Number 137, don't put mayonnaise on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Sarah wants one thing, to be normal. What she has instead are multiple diagnoses from Dr. King. Sarah's constant battle with false alarm, what she calls panic attacks, and other episodes cause her to isolate herself. She rarely speaks, especially not at school, and so she doesn't have any friends. But when she starts group therapy, she meets someone new. Talkative and outgoing Aaron doesn't believe in normal, and Sarah finds herself in an unfamiliar territory, at the movies, at a birthday party, and with someone to tell about her crush. In short, with a friend. But there's more to Aaron than her cheerful exterior, and Sarah begins to wonder if helping Aaron will mean sacrificing their friendship. Readers first met Sarah in O.C. Daniel. Now they get to meet Sarah on her own terms as she quests after normal and finds something even better along the way. We have Small Mercies by Bridget Crone, and Kathy Appelt says, An Offering of Love. It says, Mercy lives, here, there's a cover. Mercy lives in Pietermaritzburg, South Africa, with her eccentric foster aunts, 2 elderly sisters so poor they can only afford 1 light bulb. When developers start eyeing the house and her Aunt Flora's health fails, Mercy feels like her life is falling apart. Then a classmate frames her for stealing the school's raffle money, and Mercy's teachers decide to take a closer look at her home life. Mercy needs a miracle, but to summon that miracle, she has to find her voice and tell the truth, and that truth is neither pure nor simple. We also have another copy of Ikenga. I just got a copy last week and it went out right away. So this one is, I think it's a fantasy book. I think it's definitely for people who like things like the Percy Jackson series. I'll read what it's about. It says, what will he do with his superpowers? When Nabdi's father, the police chief of Caleria, is murdered, Nabdi vows to avenge his death. But a year later, he has not found a way to take on the chief of chiefs, the powerful criminal he believes is responsible. Wondering what a 12-year-old boy can do, he dreams of being all-powerful, like the superheroes he loves to read about. Then one night, a mysterious meeting changes his life forever. He receives the gift of Ikenga, a magical object that enables superpowers, and he is charged to use those powers for good. Now he may have a way to fulfill his mission, provided he can learn to control his newfound powers. Set in contemporary Nigeria, Ikenga introduces middle-grade readers to the astonishing imagination and spellbinding storytelling of Nnedi Okorafor, winner of Hugo Locust, Lotus Star, and World Fantasy Awards. So here we have the boy holding the Ikenga, and I don't know if this is something that he's against or if this represents himself with the superpowers, but a very cool looking story. We have Once Upon an Eid, and these are stories of hope and joy by 15 Muslim voices, and it's edited by S.K. Ali and Aisha Saeed. It says Eid. The short single-syllable word conjures up a variety of feelings and memories for Muslims. Maybe it's waking up to the sound of frying samosas and the comfort of bean pie. Maybe it's the thrill of putting on a new outfit for Eid prayers. Or maybe it's the gift-giving and holiday parties to come that day. Whatever it may be, for those who cherish this day of celebration, the feelings may be summed up by another short and sweet word: joy. Jubilant and filled with heart, Once Upon an Eid showcases the most brilliant Muslim voices writing today, edited by New York Times best-selling authors S.K. Ali and Aisha Saeed. So this is a cool one because it's going to tell us so many stories. There's some pictures in there, and I really like, especially if you've got a lot going on, it can be difficult sometimes to read longer books, because then if you take breaks in between, you don't remember what was going on when you stopped. But a collection of short stories like this is nice because you can ingest one at a time, all in one sitting, and that's really cool. We have Love, Love by Victoria Chang. This is a really cool one. It says Frances Chin, an 11-year-old Chinese-American girl, lives in the suburbs of Detroit with her immigrant parents and older sister Clara. At school, Frances contends with bullies and the related loneliness that comes with not quite fitting in. She also feels a different kind of aloneness at home. Her parents are preoccupied with work and worry about Clara, whose hair is inexplicably falling out. But with her friend Annie, the best to her Nancy Drew, Frances is determined to solve the mysteries of Clara's condition. She also faces the everyday challenges and thrills of being a tween, especially when she unexpectedly receives encouragement from a tennis coach. While Frances struggles to speak up, her powerful inner voice is captured through gorgeous imagery and evocative free verse. So this one is a novel in verse. Right, so this is what it looks like inside, which is another nice way to read because you can really read these quickly. I'll read you the first poem. It says, Missing. C. I see my sister Clara on the ground in the back of the school. I see a few friends around her, at least I think it's her. I see a dirty window, dirty kids, dirty yard, everything dirty, especially near the end of winter when the snow picks up all the mud on the ground and mixes it all up. I love snow, but only snow. Snow always sucks up the earth in this cold, dirty city. West Bloomfield, Michigan. There must be blooming fields west of here. All the flowers keep sprouting in my head. When they pop out of my head, the city pulls them out like weeds. After school, I ask Clara, "Were you at the back of the school today?" She snaps, "No, that wasn't me," on the ground. So cool. Really so cool. I love how that's written. And I just love the color of this and how they have all the kind of like the little icons in white, or like little pictures in white. We have The Greystone Secrets #2, The Deceivers by Margaret Peterson Haddix. So The Strangers, if you can recognize the cover, is this one. And this is the next one in that series. So it's another mystery book. And we have Ridley Pearson's Super Sons. So it's a Batman, Superman graphic novel story. And we have a few more, I think mostly graphic novels now. We have Beetles and the Hollow Bones by Eliza Lane. Again, a graphic novel. Let's take a look at what that looks like inside. On the back, you have this like skeleton guy with like a horn on his head or something. It says, in the eerie town of Aloes, some people get to be magical sorceresses, while other people have their spirits trapped in the mall for all ghastly eternity. Their spirits trapped in the mall for all ghastly eternity. Then there's 12-year-old Goblin Witch Beetle, who's caught in between. She'd rather skip being homeschooled completely and spend time with her best friend, Blob Ghost. But the mall is getting boring, and BG is cursed to haunt it, tethered there by some unseen force. And now Beetle's old best friend, Cat, is back in town for a sorcery apprenticeship with her aunt Hollowbone. Cat is everything Beetle wants to be: beautiful, cool, great at magic, and kind of famous online. Beetle's quickly being left in the dust, but Cat's mentor has set her own vile scheme in motion. If Blob Ghost doesn't escape the mall soon, their afterlife might be coming to a very sticky end. Now, Beetle has less than a week to rescue her best ghost, encourage Cat to stand up for herself, and confront the magic she's been avoiding for far too long, and hopefully ride a broom without crashing. We also have All Together Now. On the back it says, friends who play together, stay together. And that's what the inside of this looks like. And this is by Hope Larson, the author of All Summer Long. It says, Bina and her friend Darcy love shredding the guitar and belting high notes together in their new band. All they need now is a drummer. When their classmate Enzo volunteers, Bina is thrilled. That is, until she realizes that sometimes two's company and three's a crowd. We've also got Wired by Sigmund Brewer, and this is a snowboarding story. It's a nice short one. It says, Keegan must face his fears on and off the ski hill. We have Cabin Girl by Kristen Butcher. And this is another Orca book. So all these Orca books are nice and short, but really exciting and fast-paced. On the back it says, friends are frenemies. For 16-year-old Bailey, her first summer away from home is a mix of good and bad. She loves her new independence and living at a fly-in fishing camp for her first job. She's meeting new people and trying new things. But her job is demanding, and she feels like a failure at first. And she's not sure about the other staff. She starts to feel close with one girl, April, but when Bailey gets promoted, April becomes far from friendly. And another one, Haunted Hospital. So again, another Orca. And it says on the back, they thought they were alone. And the last few, we have a picture book I go quiet. How should I sound? How should I look? When it's my turn to speak, I go quiet. I think we can kind of get a sense of what that's about. We have National Geographic delightfully disgusting animal dinners, dwellings, and defenses. We have Not Playing by the Rules, 21 female athletes who changed sports. And finally, we have Junior Chef Masterclass, 70 plus fresh recipes and key techniques for cooking like a pro. And that's it. So I hope that you found something that you like in this batch of books. They'll be available on Destiny Discover. You can just put them on hold, fill out the form, and then you'll be able to either have them delivered to your enrichment teacher, or if you prefer, or if you're all remote, you can do a curbside pickup and I'll get them to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching and happy reading.